All right, everybody. Hello, this is the Garage Autonomist. I am actually on my way home, but I'm doing a quick broadcasting. So I may not be able to respond to anyone in the chat room, but I went ahead and put it up anyway. I don't know. I'm just starting to get more and more used to the chat, uh, the Google Hangout interface as opposed to regular old live stream. But really, live stream is probably a lot more appropriate for a setup like this. So what I want to do is I wanted to quickly give a shout out to two people who have subscribed to me as of late. Actually, there's been more, but first I need to give a shout out to Jenny McDermott because she was the one who posted my history of the police video on her page couple of weeks back. And because of that, one of my newest subscribers is a woman by the name of ToritheQueer. Now, ToritheQueer is a YouTuber, and she describes herself as an intersectional feminist, uh, genderqueer, and an anarchist. Amongst that, also a writer, musician, and she's currently a student. I'm going to put her link in the low bar. I can't do it right now, but when I get access to a computer, I'll add her link to the low bar of this video once the video has been uploaded. Uh, but what I wanted to do was to just talk about her for a little bit. As you can see, if you go to her site, if you're able to just do a quick search, you'll find that she has a great deal of work on her videos. Well, okay, not a huge amount of work, but I mean a great deal in terms of the quality. She talks about prison abolishment. She talks about, and her latest video is simply called Anarchism, which is about obviously about anarchist politics. She's a anarcho. I guess you would describe her as a narco socialist or a narco communist, such as myself. So I think that's pretty cool. And Jenny was so excited that she found out that Tori had subscribed to me, and I was like, "That's great!" And I had no idea who Tori was. But then once I looked at her channel, yeah, I was just as excited. And next, I want to talk about FoxyJazzabelle. FoxyJazzabelle is also a radical woman who talks about politics, but she's more on the has more of a geek orientation. Really good. The very first video that caught my attention by her, and just give me a second here, that she did last year. Right, was why Cersei Lannister is the ultimate patriarchal princess. Now, I came across FoxyJazzabelle's page a little bit after the last season of Game of Thrones had ended. Now, I myself was about to throw in the towel and not watch the show anymore due to the last three seasons. The content of the last three seasons was just, I felt like just really horrible in that there was so much they could have done, so many, so much dialogue and scenes that came out of the book that I thought was really good, especially between Tywin Lannister and Tyrion. And instead, we had to get nothing but rape scenes, unnecessary fight scenes. It was just bullshit, man. I'm like, we get the audience you're trying to appeal to, of course, are nothing but the male audience who just feels like there has to be either fucking raping or somebody getting killed in every episode. It's like pretty much, they're trying to. I've always felt that they were pretty much trying to appeal to the Walking Dead audience. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a put down on the show because I kind of like Walking Dead, but I don't like it as much as I like Game of Thrones. And I think the only thing that ever got me to like Game of Thrones was the books because I was reading the books about a good year and a half, maybe even 2 years before the before the show premiered, because I had heard that HBO was going to go ahead and put the show on air, and I said, oh, and I read enough about it from fans online that I began reading the book somewhere around 2009 or something like that. And so that's what I did. So anyway, but Foxy does a thing where she, does a lot of geek reviews, and she talks about comic books and things like that. But then she puts it through the lens of a political progressive, of a political leftist. I really don't want to label her, but you definitely get a lot of deconstruction uh, work, from looking at certain geek, uh, media. So I think that her channel is really, really exciting. Of course, she just has, of course, straight up political stuff. I have not had a chance. There's so many videos of hers that I've not had a chance to look at, but want to, like No Country for Ignorance. She has a whole series called No Country for, and it's one video I want to check out is No Country for Ignorance about Black feminism, which reminds me of the first stream that I had done with Curious a while back, where we did an episode titled Black Feminism 101, because I decided I wanted to do that episode due to the incredible level of ignorance around Black feminism and the usual myths surrounding around that. Black women didn't know what feminism was until the 1970s. That was a lie. Black feminists are under control by white women. That's a lie. So, we wanted to deal with all that stuff, and I thought that was great. And so, here you have this video that FoxyJazzabelle has done, and I think that if you all get a chance, check it out. All right, so who's this? Kwame. Hello, Kwame. Oh, I think you're one of the anarchists. How you doing? So, again, this was just going to be a quick thing. I also wanted to talk about. I'm not sure why everybody is obsessed with Bishop Eddie Long. Um, I mean, well, I can almost say what it is, what it's about. Now, not to go into a lot of detail, because even I don't know anything about the guy, being that I'm an atheist and have not paid attention to anything that happens in the Black church, whether it's controversial or not, and could care less. But the amount of videos that are out right now over the past 3 weeks, and it's all about his physical appearance, which, as we all know, in the Black community translates to he's sick, he's got the package, he's got AIDS. I don't know if he does or not. Even if he did, what does that say? What are we obsessed about here? It happens, unfortunately. We know that him being a religious leader, he's probably used a lot of his power and influence on young men, young gay men, and he himself obviously is gay. There's no such thing as being straight and having sex with other men, especially gay men. And him using his age, his power over these younger men to get them in bed and whatever else. And because he's living a closeted lifestyle, this is what happens. A lot of risky sex, a lot of unprotected sex, which usually leads to catching a life-threatening STD, like the HIV virus. But then again, we don't even know if that's even the problem. I mean, obviously, the rapid weight loss is definitely an unhealthy one. There's no such thing as healthy rapid weight loss. But who knows what else it could be? It could be a million other things about him. Just the level of ignorance is the thing that really annoys the living shit out of me, as someone who was born and raised in the African American community around these kinds of issues. It just blows my mind the way we're still treating certain things as taboo. It's fucking ridiculous. So listen, I'm about to head into the subway now, so I'm about to leave. But again, I just wanted to give a big, huge shout out to these awesome sister comrades ToritheQueer and FoxyJazzabelle. I hope I don't disappoint, guys. There's a lot of people who come to this channel. It's not so much that they think that I'm going to be one way and then it turns out that I'm another, but every now and then, I might do some videos that are silly or, where I kind of roast people, but in my own way. I'm not in the roast arena. I would never have that pretension, and I certainly don't have any desire to be in that sector, and I'm certainly not in what is also known as the sector. I hate it, but I don't really want to do any more videos and talk about them anymore. Matter of fact, it's gotten already boring to me, and I just don't do it. Um, Coming up on Food for Thought, I'm going to make a quick promo video. Hopefully, it'll be done by tonight, or it might come out tomorrow night. But either way, I figure one way of getting people to come to the channel, Food for Thought, is to just do little promo videos and stuff here on my channel. As some of you may know, Food for Thought is a channel that myself and Curious have collaborated on, where we just deal with political. It's just really the only stream that it's a streaming channel. So we basically get on and we start talking about progressive things. We've talked about neocolonialism. We've talked about to an extension black feminism there again. We've also talked about what was the last week was I thought was a pretty good episode, and here I am forgetting what the fuck we were talking what the fuck it was about already. Ah, wow, that's really bad of me. I cannot believe it. Anyway, just go to the Food for Thought channel and you'll see it. It says episode 2 because there should have been episode 3, but the week before I was kind of on my own and I didn't really like the subject matter that I picked that night. It just I I had a lot of notes and stuff, and instead of all putting it all in one, uh, in my 750 page for notes and stuff like that, I wound up just having a bunch of tabs open, and my browser crashed, and I lost all the notes and things that I wanted to talk about. And it was, of course, about Brazil and the Olympics and how it is that, and to an extension, I was going to talk about how the Olympics, displaces poor everywhere that it is hosted, in every country or city or town that it's hosted. And but then Curious got sick and couldn't do it, and I just didn't like it. It just wound up being a fucking disaster. So I took it. I made it a private video. All right, so that's it. I need to head down and get into the train and get home. So peace, everyone. This is the Garage Autonomist. I just wanted to talk about that because I won't be doing. Oh, shit! Of course, I have to talk about the main reason why I'm doing this. The other reason why I'm doing this stream, real quick. The microphone that I typically use for actual recorded videos, the diaphragm is busted inside of it, and so therefore it literally sounds like I'm speaking through a piece of aluminum. So I can't order a new microphone because this is the week that I'm also ordering school supplies for the girls, and it's just how I budget things with money and stuff. So I'm gonna wait until I get a new one because I figure now it's time for me to get a microphone that's the next level up. Um, I wasn't really pleased towards the last 6 months or so with the quality of the mic. I definitely had to do a lot of extra things to every video, to every audio track that I've ever done, in terms of cleaning it up and stuff. And so I'm hoping the next level up of microphone means less post production, but we'll see. We'll see. That may not make a difference at all. All right. Well, that's it. Peace, everyone. This is the Garage Autonomist. And again, love to everybody. And, that's it. All right. See y'all later. Bye.